disciplinary hearing officer that's like a judge in the prison that was accessing my records illegally, and she did it 153 times. She then shared that with a blogger, a YouTube blogger by the name of Tasha K.
Mr. R. Kelly decides to do an interview with Latasha Simona on YouTube from prison, okay? And says that I somehow came in contact with illegal contraband. Like I'm in jail myself, okay?
The last few years have not been so good to Tasha K. And to be honest, it's all her fault. She had a clear path to the money bags and to all the wealth, but she just couldn't stay out of her own way. From lying on Cardi B to getting into it with everybody here on Black YouTube, Tasha K has dug a hole for herself it's going to be difficult to get out of. She went from making up egregious lies about Cardi B to saying weird things like this about Cardi B.
Okay, and I also said too many kids love you to be reading stuff like this that you posting, saying that you want to put a bullet in your head and you wish it was dead and should you kill yourself. I said, but believe it or not, Bell Khalif, and I really had to put my ego aside to say this, because when people don't like you, they don't watch you. They don't watch you. I have to watch people. I have to watch people to teach us about people. I said, believe it or not, too many kids love you to be reading stuff like this, and believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you. That was the hardest thing for me to say to her. But it's true. I said, for leveling me up mentally and teaching me how to not misuse the gift that God gave me that people thank me for.
This is not serious, right?
That's right. Breaking down in tears, talking about I love a person that you lied on for years. If that's love, who in the hell needs hate? But rewind, Emma. Let's go back to the issue today, where R. Kelly, who's in jail right now, wants smoke with Tasha K. Yeah, he actually wants some money from her. Not only her, the US government. When he was in jail, there was certain sensitive information coming out of prison about R. Kelly hitting the YouTube streets. And the only way that could have gotten out was somebody on the inside was reporting it. And this is exactly what R. Kelly said on Storm Monroe show just about 10 months ago.
So I'm gonna get straight to the chase. It's simple.
Okay.
2019, I was arrested, of course. And in 2019, during the time I was being detained at the BOT MCC, there was a disciplinary hearing officer that's like a judge in the prison that was accessing my records illegally, and she did it 153 times. She then shared that with a blogger, a YouTube blogger by the name of Tasha K. Tasha K mentioned that she shared all of my information with government witnesses' parents and government witnesses on her podcast. I didn't know anything about this until I was 3 weeks away from my verdict in New York. That Tasha K had shared my information with the government witness in my case in New York.
Wow.
I knew nothing about it until I got to Chicago, and it was in the Sun-Times and in the Tribune that this had happened. And the reason it proved to be true is because they were quoting verbatim everything that Tasha K said that I was saying to my girlfriend on this same phone I'm talking to you on.
You're talking about Azriel, right?
I can't name any names because that's my case.
Okay.
Okay. But you're just gonna have to, Storm, kind of like put it together.
Yeah, I got you.
But the only thing I can say is that you're not supposed to do that. Okay? It's okay to have witnesses on stands and cases and all that. No problem. But they're not supposed to be scorned witnesses. They're not supposed to be witnesses that's mad at you because they may have seen some emails and heard some phone calls between you and another woman.
When this interview first came out, nobody really believed Storm. I was also offered the interview with R. Kelly, but I decided to turn it down. Now, I knew this was a real interview the whole entire time, so I knew that Storm wasn't lying when it came out. But again, nobody was expecting R. Kelly to respond like this.
So it says, for immediate release, Grammy award-winning artist Robert Kelly files lawsuit against the United States of America, the Bureau of Prison Officers, and Tasha K for invasion of privacy and violations of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Okay. It said today on November 13th, 2023, the Bonjean Law Group filed a complaint on behalf of Robert S. Kelly, aka R. Kelly, in the United States District for the Northern District of Illinois against the United States of America and its employees, unknown BOP officers, which is Bureau of Prisons, under the Federal Tort Claims Act and the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. The complaint alleges that certain BOP officers conspired with each other and a YouTube blogger, Latasha Kebe, known as Tasha K, to access and steal private and confidential information from BOP databases related to Mr. Kelly, including email communications, recorded phone calls, trust account information, visitor logs, and attorney-client communications. Whoa! The information was protected and personal relating to Mr. Kelly's private affairs. It was disseminated to third parties and the general public, not only for pecuniary gain, but for the purpose of interfering with Mr. Kelly's defense, to pending criminal charges, and to harass and harm him. Mr. Kelly must now bring this lawsuit to get answers and justice, because despite opening an investigation into the serious misconduct, the DOJ ultimately declined to indict the wrongdoers and allow the misconduct to continue.
Now, this is very interesting. Now, Tasha K has already defended herself even a few months ago when R. Kelly was saying this about her in the past. And for those of you who remember what she said, it was this.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. So, Mr. R. Kelly, welcome back. Y'all came back in here fast, okay? So, Mr. R. Kelly decides to do an interview with Natasha Simona on YouTube from prison, okay? And says that I somehow came in contact with illegal contraband. Like I'm in jail myself, okay? He demands that I be put in jail for releasing private emails between him and his girlfriends, which in turn caused him to receive a 30-year prison sentence, okay? So basically, he's using me as leverage for an appeal or as leverage for him to somehow get out of what he's been digging for 30 years, all right?
Now, again, Tasha K's position is R. Kelly is trying to blame me for something that he's been doing for over 30 years. It's not my fault that he's in prison, which is largely true. We all know that R. Kelly has a lot of problems. All of those have nothing to do with Tasha K. So she's right. If R. Kelly wasn't making those mistakes, he would have never went to prison in the first place. But unfortunately, Tasha K, this is apples and oranges. You see, what you forget is that he has rights as a prisoner, and the federal government should protect his rights. Prison personnel should not be able to give somebody like you, who is not a person in the courts, you're not a judge, you're not on this case, you're an attorney, you should not have access to those records. And not only should you not have access to those records, you should not be reporting on those records live on YouTube for personal gain. Because what it looks like is you paid for those records or somebody gave them to you when they shouldn't have given them to you. And whoever did it should have been fired. And for what I understand, that person ended up retiring. But you should have went to jail. So the reality is that you had no business accessing the records. And not only did you access it and put them out, but there were no disciplinary actions against you nor the person who conspired to put those records out. Which means that because of you, you have cost the U.S. government millions of dollars. And not only that, you're going to also cause yourself more millions of dollars because of what? Your behavior. Now, I always say this about Tasha K because I do believe that she is largely talented. I won't take that away from her. She sometimes mentions the fact that she married an African man and not an African-American man because African-American men are weak. And that is her personal opinion. I'm not going to even deal with that. But look at what Tasha K has done for her African husband. She's cost the family $4 million in the lawsuit. And then what? Oh yeah, this potential lawsuit with R. Kelly, it will also cost you millions of dollars simply because you can't keep your nose out of other people's business. Stop the show. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell on this channel. If you love the content that your boy is dropping, make sure you hit that bell again now. Okay. Anyways, it's been you that has caused all these problems upon yourself. And also this man. Do you honestly think that a man from the African American community would have benefited by marrying a woman like yourself who is behaving in this way? You're not only costing him emotional stress in your family, you're causing them financial stress. And this is the second lawsuit in which you're gonna lose in about 3 years. Congratulations, Tasha K. You did it again. Give her a round of applause, Dima. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.